we're here with our Athlete of the Month for November, Brian Lantzy. And Brian is following in his wife Marcy's footsteps, who was Athlete of the Month last year in August, correct? Okay. She was Athlete of the Month in August of last year. And Brian and Marcy are probably one of the friendliest couples we have in the gym, but I have a feeling there's a competitive side between the two of them. So first question is, who's more competitive, Brian or Marcy?
You know, I think it's a healthy mix between us both. We both, throughout our lives, have been very competitive, but in a good way, where it raises all the expectations, I guess.
Nice. And what does that dynamic look like at home? Are you guys comparing scores when you get home, or?
Yeah, we do. You know, one of the first questions she'll ask me or I'll ask her is, how'd she do on her workout? And then we'll push each other and try to just take our workouts to the next level based on what each other does.
Awesome. And you guys started CrossFit together.
Yes.
When did you guys start CrossFit, and what was it like when you first started?
It was completely something neither one of us had experienced before. We were both very much into working out, but nothing to this extent by way of intensity, coaching, the gymnastics aspect of it. We started it in, I think we bought our memberships in December of 2012 when you guys first opened.
Yep.
And it was interesting because I bought her one for Christmas and she got me one. And previous to that, we were just talking about CrossFit because one of my employees at the time was big into it. Mm-hmm. And then I was telling Marcy about it, and then we saw your sign. We're like, we got to go sign up for this.
Nice. And do you remember like your first workout or one of the first workouts, what it was like?
Yeah, absolutely. It was Fight Gone Bad was the first one that we did. And it woke me up pretty quickly.
Nice.
But since then, I mean, you're just hit so hard with the workout, but all you can think about is, when can I do the next one?
Nice. And what was your fitness background like before starting? Were you doing anything right before you started?
Yes, I'd always do the traditional working out or running. I'd go through different phases of going to the gym, or if I was doing a lot of road work, things of that sort. Cool.
And what about growing up? Did you play sports?
Yes, I played sports all my life, all through high school.
What sports? What were your main ones?
Football, lacrosse, baseball, basketball. It was usually, if there was a season, I was playing it.
Awesome. And what milestones or positive changes have you noticed since starting?
You know, my body's certainly changed. My weight hasn't really gone down, but I can feel my body's changed, so I've added more muscle. I think the biggest takeaway since I've started this was, I'm naturally a competitive person, and every time you come into the workout, you get these wins against yourself, not competitively against other people, but hey, can I beat my score from last time? Can I do this workout better? And for me, it's that competitive fire that I just am addicted to.
Awesome. What were some of the most memorable wins for you over the last 3 years?
Easily by far, I think it was the open workout. I believe it was 15.4, the one with the thrusters and the rowing. Mm-hmm. And I remember I was working out with Joe at the time, and he did it in like 7 minutes. And I'm like, there's no way I'm going to be able to keep up with it. And my score was, I think, 10:02. And I've never felt so exhausted in my life, but
it's a great score for that workout.
I was so happy with it, yeah. with that score in general, and just that I could push myself that way.
Awesome. And what's your favorite CrossFit exercise? Do you have one?
It's probably some of the weightlifting recently, the squat cleans and snatch cleans, just because I think in the past 3 months, you guys have really been working on form, especially with me. And I feel like I've moved my weights up just based on those tips.
Cool. Do you have a least favorite CrossFit exercise?
It has to be thrusters.
Thrusters?
Yeah, it has to be thrusters.
Do you have a favorite benchmark workout?
I don't really. No, I don't.
Okay. And what about a favorite cheat meal?
You know, my eating's horrible. Pretty much, if it's there, I'm gonna eat it. If it's candy, ice cream, cookies.
Let's assume you ate good for a day.
For a day.
What's the best thing you could have?
Definitely pizza.
Pizza.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right. Do you have a favorite quote or motto that you live by, or anything that resonates with you?
No, I don't think I do.
I thought you were thinking there. I thought you were going to come up with something really good for a second.
I should, but no, I do not have one.
Next time you get Athlete of the Month, we'll have to do that. Have you had any setbacks since starting CrossFit, or something that's been really challenging that you've had to overcome?
No, I think the biggest setback I have is how sore I get after my workout. So making sure I'm doing the mobility. I think the one thing that CrossFit taught me was I have to eat better. If I'm eating really poorly, I can feel it in my workouts. So those setbacks were just, you know, growth opportunities for me to make sure I'm stretching, make sure I'm working out, or stretching after my workout, and then eating as clean as possible, which I don't do very well.
Let's talk about consistency. Your whole family is done CrossFit from time to time, and kids are doing the CrossFit Kids. How does the family as a whole stay so consistent with it and with, you know, everything that you guys have going on?
You know, we make it a priority, and we want the kids to see that we're doing it, because part of what we're trying to raise them in is a healthy environment, to eat healthy, work out. But not only that, but to always use it as a teaching tool for when you work hard, good things will happen. If you slack in the gym, you're not going to get good scores, but that's just in the gym. If you slack in life, you're not going to either. And it's really been a great learning point for them. So we're trying to hold up what good looks like, so they can follow in that footsteps.
You guys do a great job of that. What goals do you have for the future? Anything stand out for you?
Yeah, I certainly, I'd like to improve my scores for the open. I'd like to be able to lift more on my squats, and then get up on my, my cleans and my snatch squats as well.
Awesome. What do you love most about CrossFit Palm Beach?
You know, the environment I love because it's so welcoming, and if you're, if you're not 100% sure what you're doing, we have great coaches to help get you to where you want to be. It's a friendly, inclusive environment. So people that want to learn more about CrossFit can come in. If they've just went out to the internet and looked and have heard all these erroneous reports, it's just not the case until you get in. And I think we're lucky to have a gym like this.
Definitely, definitely. And for that person who is doing their research, they want to start, what advice do you have for them for starting?
Don't get competitive with other people. Stay competitive with yourself. It's not about how do you compete or compare to other people in the class. It's how do you do, and what are your goals, and how are you meeting those goals. And at the end of the day, that's what's important.
Awesome. All right, Brian, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congrats on being Athlete of the Month.
Thanks.